No way.
Oh, I know it.
Oh, wow.
Back by popular demand, our weekly segment called I Want to Know. And for this segment, I curated a list of questions, and each week I invite a surprise guest on to answer one of the burning questions and more. So this week, we are answering one of Marysol's questions.
Oh.
The clue was stinky cheese.
Right.
Marysol was pretty accurate because she did ask what exactly goes into bunion removal surgery.
Oh,
Does
we're
it
going
hurt?
sexy today.
Does it hurt? How long is the recovery? And then she finished that with asking for a friend.
Yeah.
So to answer that question, get ready for our expert, okay? She's known as America's podiatrist. She has a private practice in Southern California. Oh. And according to her hit reality TV show, she has never met a foot too funky to fix. Please welcome Dr. Ebonie Vincent. She is the host of the...
Oh my gosh.
Host of the TLC hit reality show, My Feet Are Killing Me. There you go.
Notes.
She's
Oh my
also a
gosh.
foot and ankle surgeon. Good morning to you, Dr. Ebonie. Thank you for coming on. Your show...
Good morning. It's really early out here, but good morning.
I know. Your show on TLC is so gross and so good at the same time. I could not stop watching it. But Marysol, take it away. Are you asking for a friend?
First of all, I'm asking for a friend, and by friend, I mean me. I was not born this way. I was not born with these unsightly bunions, but I have them. They don't hurt. I'm a bit of a sporty spice, and I've been told if you can avoid foot surgery, do at all costs. I have a new boyfriend. He looks at them, and I know he's just being nice. But what do I do?
I want a woman
this?
with bunions.
Yes, exactly. What do I do? First of all, what is a bunion? How do I get rid of it without surgery? I'll take my call offline now.
Okay. All very, very valid questions. So, you know, genetics do play a factor in why you have your bunion to begin with. So don't rule out the fact that you know, mom, dad, grandma might be playing a contributing role to why you have a bunion. If that is the case, I would go ahead and say, look at them. If they've never had bunion
Miriam,
surgery
my mother has the worst bunions.
Then don't go ahead and do
My
it.
sister's feet, perfect.
Yeah.
My feet, hideous. Go on, sorry.
No, it's fine. But here's the thing, you know, bunions are made worse by the types of shoes you wear and the activity that you do.
Yeah.
So with
Get
modifications,
those New
you can help
Balances.
not make it worse. But essentially, there are ways you can do conservative things to not have to get bunion surgery. Such things like a toe spacer that can kind of shift that toe back into a better joint space that can help, you know, decrease the amount of arthritis that joint develops over time. Wider base shoes so you don't have that friction rubbing up against it.
But
Those
the
all
shoes are
good
so
conservative.
cute. The shoes are cute. I wear shoes meant for women with 4 toes. I might as well have 6. Now wait, so the boyfriend got me this doohickey that I wrap around. It's like a brace, and it's meant to like straighten the.
I was binding you.
Let me tell you something. I wore that every night for a week, and every morning I'd wake up and they were like, it was thrown on the floor. It must bother me in the middle of the night. Does that really work? Should I go back to it? Should I put it back on?
Yeah, unfortunately, all of the soft tissue stretching, the amount of soft tissue stretching that you'll actually need to fix your bunion, it's not going to really be beneficial. It's largely a bony problem.
Yeah.
You have a bunion.
So you have to have surgery.
Likely gonna need to be
You have to have
fixed
surgery.
actually, though.
Let me ask you this. Does insurance cover it? If you get some... Okay, so insurance does cover it. And then what's the recovery time? Can you walk on it?
So I've been doing surgery called a lapiplasty for my bunions. And with that type of surgery, I use 2 plates. So one here and one here, kind of like palming the fusion like a basketball. So I essentially have my patients walking in about 1 week after surgery.
Amazing.
Only in a protective hand
Okay,
boot.
enough about
And
bunions.
then in about 6 weeks,
Wait, no.
transition to regular.
One more thing about the bunion. So with a successful bunion surgery, can I still work out? Can I still run? Can I play tennis? Can I do all the things that I would do before having this potential bunion surgery?
Absolutely. You can do everything that you were doing before the bunion surgery and hopefully a little bit less painful because that joint will be in a better position and therefore not as painful.
One last question, Manna.
Oh, my
One
goodness.
last question, Manna. One last
This is a
question.
group
Bogart.
segment.
One last. If my bunions don't hurt, should I just leave it alone?
So it's hard to make an excuse to do a surgery on somebody if they aren't in pain. My rule of thumb is, listen, if you wake up every morning in a 7 out of 10 pain and you're trying to modify your activities in order for you to not be in pain, then it's time to consider surgery. But
Dr.
if you're
Vincent,
not having any pain and you just don't like the way it looks, it's hard. It's hard for me to tell you that you need surgery.
Yeah.
Dr. Vincent, since this has become a patient consult,
question.
please just send her the bill because these are billable hours right now
yes.
since we woke you up so early. Anybody else have a question? By the way, your show, it's like, it's so interesting to like the guy with the big foot, the big toe, like he had the biggest toe in the world. I mean, have you ever met something you can't fix?
You know, I mean, the reason
Oh, we should have warned people.
that?
We should have warned people.
What is that? Is that a toe?
Is
that a
extra toe?
fifth, sixth toe?
It was just actually a really large skin tag. Nothing really too
Oh,
exciting. It just
my
looks
God.
pretty intimidating.
Good.
I mean,
Oh,
How is
my
he
God.
walking the earth with that thing?
Oh, God! Oh, my toes are curling right now.
All right, take that down.
Oh, my God.
Take that down. People can watch the show. But let's talk about this. I want to ask you a question about those things you put on your feet. They're like these
Socks.
kind of socks, and they're supposed to draw out all the toxins in your body. Does that work?
are you talking about like the foot soap you're talking about?
Yeah, the thing that you like, yeah, it's like the thing that you it's like a peel. It's like a thing you stick to the bottom of your foot, and it's supposed to remove all the horrible toxins from your body. And like I see them on the street, and I'm like, there's no way this is actually working.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen those in social media and around, but I personally don't use them. It's not something that I've typically researched or dove into, but I'm not sure if the science backs up the claim as much as it does. But it's, you know, if you feel like you have toxins that need to exit your body, it's worth a try.
Oh, yeah.
I think
It's
diet
called the
and
bathroom.
exercise-
Yeah. Doctor, I have a quick question for you. Since we are in the winter months, a lot of people get dry hands, dry feet especially. What about those cracks on a heel? And sometimes those are very painful, and it's hard to fix those. Do you have any kind
cracks.
of solution?
Yeah, so those cracks are called fissures, and those actually do really hurt very bad because they're a dry, open wound. There are things that you can do to help the dryness of your feet. Pumice stone and urea cream, 40%, is a really good cream that help like erode away the harder skin. Otherwise, there are other moisturizers that you can use over the counter, like, you know, certain foot creams, you know, without mentioning any name brands. If you are diabetic, there are brands out there that specifically serve the diabetic patient population because they have a little bit harder of a time with retaining moisture.
Got it.
So yeah, you definitely need to apply more often during the winter time.
We have time for one more question, OG.
Oh, it's not even a question because the issue I have, you can't help me with. I have like gigantic feet, like Shaq-sized feet, so you can't really change anything. But I do have a comment though. I know you're a foot doctor, a foot specialist, but judging from how perfect your teeth are, I would let you treat my teeth. I will let you be I know you're not certified, but I will leave you in control of my teeth. I don't care what you do to it. If it looks like yours, I'm down. But there's nothing we can do about my big feet, so that's all. Just my comment. You have great teeth and a great smile. Just saying.
Doctor,
Thank you very much.
Doctor, thank you so much for coming on, answering Marysol's questions. Please, I'll text you her address after for the bill. But really do appreciate waking up early for this. It was great to have you here.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
You can catch the latest season of My Feet Are Killing Me on TLC. Go and don't forget to watch the holiday special, My Feet Are Killing Me, Under the Mistletoes.
You are lying. You are lying.
It's a real right, Doctor?
Is that real?
Toes.
Under the Mistletoes. Right?
Under the mistletoe. It's going to be a fun episode.
Yes.
Not as gory that you like, but it's very, very wholesome and encompassing.
Okay, before we go quickly, the worst thing you've ever seen.
That thing.
That
the
thing.
Skin tab.
No, it gets worse.
I think the worst thing that I've ever seen is probably not ever going to air on the show because it's just really bad.
Yeah.
I've seen maggots coming out.
Oh.
Done.
Okay. And Dr. Vincent, we'll leave it there. Under the Mistletoes, Monday, December 21st, 10 p.m. I love that you came on to talk
Bye,
about this.
Dr.
Thank you so
Vincent.
much.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Lovely time.
If you have a burning question, email us at iwantoknow@pix11.com. It can be something so personal like Marysol's bunions. We will answer it. Nothing is too small for us to book a guest that is a surprise guest. There you have it.